interactive. English go, 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 learning together. English fun and grow, words and grammar, easy to master. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, all bravo. Super interactive, English go, 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 learning together. English fun and grow, words and grammar, easy to master. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, all bravo.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Who is this?
Hi,
Who is
teacher.
this? Okay. Hi. You're for C1 class, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Teacher Agatha. Welcome back to Super Interactive English. And this one is today 3:45 Saturday advanced class, 27 June 2026. All right. So the first one we're going to do today is to check your materials. Okay, do you have this material with you? Let me just put it bigger. Do you have this material with you?
No, teacher, I don't have.
No, okay. Okay, you don't
Unit
have
10.
material, yeah? This one, no, isn't it? That means it's a different slide. Do you, or have you received from the school, or the school never sent to you, or, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind that. If you don't have, then you just have to refer to my screen, okay? Yeah. Hello, Catherine. Good afternoon, everyone. Right, so let's get ready first. Yeah, so we are going to study this today, this material. Yeah, so we will start with this text and then the question. Yeah, this particular part has been done this because so we are doing this one, right? And then we move on to listening, and then only we go back to this two. Yeah, because this one is from a different book.
Unit
Okay,
10.
right. Okay, never mind. Right, Catherine, is Felicia coming? Yeah. Okay, so if yes, then let her get ready as well. Okay. Right, let me just take attendance. Yeah, while all of you start reading first. All right. Yeah, so today is this is the one that we start. Yeah, we're going to start with this one. This text is called We've Seen It All Before. So this one is actually from the unit Things to Come, right? Which we already been doing for a few weeks. All right. So this is talking about the future, talking about how are we going to take which direction we're gonna go. It's either in health, environment, in music, okay, and today is in technology. Yeah, so please read first. If this one is too small, I can make it bigger for you. This one, hang on. Is that okay? Yeah, I hope this one is better now. Yeah, so please do your reading first while I'll do my attendance. Xin Yun, okay. Give me a minute. Okay, hang on. Hello, Felicia. Welcome. Okay, let me just take attendance, okay? Give me a minute. This is the one. Right. So please read this text first. We've seen it all before. Okay? It's about technology in the future. Okay, that's off. Right. Let's just have a look together. Okay, we are going to read this and then we're going to have some questions. Yeah. Okay, so just how many of the technological advances we take for granted today were actually predicted in science fiction years ago? Karen Smith checks out 4 influential works, right? So why is it called We've Seen It All Before? That means that the idea itself has been there before it's actually been realized, right? So the first one, RUR. Originally a word that appeared solely in science fiction, the term robot has now become commonplace as developments in technology have allowed scientists to design ever more complex machines that can perform tasks to assist us at work or home. But how did the word originate and when? To answer this, we have to go back nearly 100 years, oh dear, 100 years, to a play written in 1920 by a Czech playwright, which is called Karel Čapek. And the playwright itself is called RUR, Rossum's Universal Robots. The word is a derivation from the Czech robota, meaning forced labor, or rab means slave. Capek's robots are biological machines which are uncannily similar to what we today refer to as clones or androids, but are assembled from various parts rather than being genetically grown. The play eerily predicts problems that concern people today regarding machines that can think independently. Rossum's robots plan a rebellion against their creator, a man who, in his own words, wants to play God. The famous science fiction writer Isaac Asimov was unimpressed by the literary value of Capek's play, but believed it had enormous significance because it introduced the word robot to the world. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think it has been predicted somehow? Well, we're not saying that all the robots that is been engineered these days is going to right plan a rebellion. Okay, even though there are many other plays or even movies later on, right, have this kind of theme. But this one is to give us a warning that whatever human made should be under control, okay, and should be used properly. Right, the next one, Ralph 124C41 plus. Ooh. Okay. Can I call Catherine probably to read this? Yeah, if not, basically you have mic problem. Have you fixed that? If you can. Is it possible? Uh-oh. That is not what I want to do. Hang on. Something is not right, huh? Give me a minute. I stopped sharing because I clicked something wrong. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I should reshare again. Yeah, give me a minute. Something is not right. I should move this up to the other. Right. Okay, now it's better. Right, Catherine, is it possible to read or not? If it's not, can it be Felicia? Felicia, can you read? Is it possible? Felicia, is it possible?
Yes.
Hmm. Please read. Ralph, 124C41 plus.
Teacher, I don't have the paper yet. So
Okay, can you see this one?
it's a bit blur.
It's blur. Okay, hang on. Okay. I think the one that made this copy has made it a little bit to the left. That's why this covering on the left hand side makes it difficult to read. Okay, hang on. Give me one more minute. Just reshare. Hang on, huh? Where does it go? Okay. Share again. Oh, that's not the one I want. This one. Does it show? Okay. Right, never mind. In that case, I will read for you. Yeah, so just leave it like this. Now is B, okay? Yeah. So while you listen, actually there will be some question about it. Okay? So maybe later we will highlight which part. Right, so now is B. Ralph 124C41 plus. If you're a science fiction aficionado, you'll definitely have heard of Hugo Gernsback. Considered by many to be the founding father of science fiction back in 1926, with the publication of his magazine Amazing Stories, his name has been immortalized in the annual science fiction awards, the Hugos. However, the quality of his writing is questionable, and his stories are more highly regarded for their content rather than plot or character development. Gernsback was deeply interested in the world of electronics, and believing that science fiction should inspire future scientists, he filled his stories with ideas for numerous new gadgets and electronic devices. An extraordinary number of his predictions have actually come true. Today we have television, televised phone calls, sliding doors, remote controls, to name only a few, and precursors of many of these can be found in just one novel, Ralph 124C41 plus. The mystifying title is itself a prediction of language used in text talk today. 1, 2, 4, C for all. Wow. 1, 2, 4, C for all. For 1 plus is all. James Beck's prophetic stories included other predictions which currently remain unfulfilled, such as complete weather control, thought records, and air caps. Watch this space. Okay, so they are saying that there is a particular book that actually predict the birth of technological advances nowadays. All right. Okay, next part C here is another one. Yeah. So this one is already predicting a robot in a play. A play is a written transcription, okay, which is play by people on a theater. So it is called a play, right? So sometimes a play can be turned into a movie. Next, C. From London Town of 1904. Okay, see this one, right? Mark Twain is a familiar name to most of us in the author of magnificent books such as Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. So if you've been reading English literature, you will come across these two names, Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer. So Mark Twain is a famous writer. He is less well known, however, for his science fiction. But to avid readers of that genre, he is considered one of the best writers of all time. He is also quite possible, sorry, it is also quite possible that he predicted one of the most influential scientific inventions the world has ever seen. Something that we all use and rely on every day. The internet. Okay, somewhere here. This one, okay? It is in a little-known short story called From the London Town of 1904 that a character invents a device called a telethroscope. Telethroscope. This is a machine that uses telephone line links across the world to enable him to see and hear what is going on in any place on the globe at a given time. How familiar does it sound, right? You can see, you can hear what is going on. It's like a news, isn't it? In any part of the world using the telephone line. The character, while on death row for a murder that he did not commit, uses his machine to call up different places in the world, and the narrator of the story comments that although in a prison cell, the man is almost as free as the birds. Very good, isn't it? Yeah. So it is saying that long before we have the internet, someone has predicted. Okay. And this one. Okay, so this one is talking about just a television, televised phone calls, sliding door, remote controls, and something else. Okay, all from one book. Okay, part D now, Star Trek. I believe you quite familiar with this or have heard before. You can Google it up. Yeah? Star Trek is a very famous movie. These days, mobile phones have become such an integral part of our daily lives that we would be lost without them. But there was a time when we had to communicate using landlines or horror of horrors by writing letters. Viewers watching the birth of a new TV science fiction series in the 1960s, right, would have been amazed at the thought that the communicator used by Star Trek Captain Kirk would one day become an everyday form of communication available to us all. Communicator. Kirk's communicator was a small device he used to flip open, and in retrospect, it seems surprisingly similar to a mobile phone that became popular in the late 90s. The long-running series also featured several other devices that have since moved from fiction to the real world. However, the famous Star Trek transporter, through which people can immediately materialize in different places, still remains the holy grail for many in the world of science. Okay, we will talk about that. Now that really would make a difference to our lives. Beam us up, Scotty, please. Right, okay. This one, I would like to comment a little bit. Okay. So, Holy Grail. Do you know what is Holy Grail? Holy Grail comes from the word in the Bible. Because there was a time when people in Jerusalem, Israel there, okay, those people were actually looking for the exact tabernacle, the exact tablet or table that actually considered containing the most holy thing, the most sacred thing, okay, given by God. So they are searching for this. They thought that, I'm not really sure whether they actually really got it or not. Okay, they thought that this thing was actually in enemy area. Okay, so they dispatched many armies. Okay, people with armies, okay, in armor and all that, and then went there to fight, to fight and to get back this particular holy table with the ancient thing inside, the very sacred stuff. So then this thing, okay, the mission to go get the thing is called Holy Grail. Okay, that is what. So the mission can be successful, can not also, right? And definitely it's dangerous, and it will make you sacrifice a lot of stuff, okay? Sacrifice people, sacrifice blood, sacrifice money and time and the land, everything. Yeah. So when you want to achieve something very great, okay, great advancement, great achievement, great something, then people use this word, Holy Grail. All right. This means that it is a holy grail for the world of science. It's a really difficult and need to put a lot of effort, very dangerous mission, okay, to achieve, to make the transporter. I think you should see the movie. It's really interesting. This transporter is definitely a place for you to go to another land, okay? So here they will diffuse your body, okay, becomes atom, okay, very small particle, and then it will just blast off, and then the particle is sent to the other place where you want to go, the destination, and then in there, another transporter will be there. It will unite back, okay, put back together all your atom, and then you become whole, and you are there. Wow, is it possible to do? Yeah. So that's why it's called Holy Grail. Okay. That would really make a difference for us. Okay, why? Because we don't need car, we don't need plane, we don't need anything else. Yeah, we don't even need to fly, because it's just dematerialized and materialized back in the other side. Great, isn't it? Right? Okay, so this is exactly what the Captain Kirk say. Beam us up, Scotty, please. Okay, so this Scotty guy is the one who's actually have control over the machine. Yeah, all right. So it is very funny actually. But to say that these are all the prediction for the future, especially in technological area, technology. All right. So let's now go to the question. Okay, so this is the reading part. Yeah. So please read this one. Just don't do this. Multiple matching part 8, CB page 102. Okay, so this one is referring to the book itself, right? Part 1. Read the article, put a cross next to the item that are not mentioned. Okay, so do you still remember just now? We mentioned few names or few items that supposed to be supposed to be already been invented, yeah, by now, so to say. Or maybe they predicted it, but it's not yet materialized, not yet there. So is there any television mentioned? Yes, isn't it? Do you still remember here? This one mentioned television. Okay. So if you think that it's mentioned, what they say is you need to put a cross next to the item which are not mentioned. The one mentioned, just leave it. Okay? Can you do that? So you check first and then go back to the text just now and then put X, whichever is not mentioned. You can try to do it first. After 5 minutes, I'll show you the text again. Okay? Part 2, read the article again. For questions 1 to 10, choose your answers from this section A to D. Okay, just now, those are 4 short stories, right? You may choose any of the sections more than once. Okay, so which science fiction work had a purpose other than pure entertainment? which science fiction work. Okay, science fiction is what? Science fiction is literary work, something which is mentioned, which is written, which is made into movie, made into a play, all right? But it's only a fiction. It's not yet real, okay? But it's about science. So science fiction is a literary work. Which science fiction has the purpose other than entertainment? Not only for entertainment. Which one? A, B, C, or D? Okay, this one you later will come back to see. Next, which science fiction presented a concept that is familiar today, but through a different process? A concept that is familiar today, but through a different process. Okay, do you still remember this one? Yeah, I give you a clue for number 2 here. Yeah, do you still remember they are talking about robot?
Yes.
Yeah, so the robot, the one mentioned in the literary work is actually, they say, more like an android or a clone. Okay, so what we have in mind now about clone is they actually make it in the laboratory, isn't it?
Yes.
Then they grow it. Yes, so they grow means that it's all come from one, and they just be a big one. It's not parts, it's one and grow, right? So this one is a different process. The one mentioned here, if you go back to this story, the robot mentioned in this RUM, it's actually a, sorry, hang on. It's even too small for me to read. That's right. So it's actually a clone or androids. Okay, clone or androids. But they are assembled. Assemble means put together. Yeah, put together from various parts. Yeah, it's not genetically grown. Okay, what we understand of a android or clone is that is you copy the whole thing or you grow it from one source, right? But this one is different. They put together different parts, the head, the feet, it's more towards the mechanical robot, isn't it? So this is different process. So this is actually answer for number 2. Okay? Yeah, it's a familiar concept, but it's a different process. All right? Is that clear? So please do the rest. Right. Okay, number 3 is what? It says here, feature machines that threaten to cause the downfall of man. Oh, hang on. I read number 4 there. Yeah. Okay, so this might be referring to the same text. Number 3, which science fiction written by author who has more famous fictional creation? Okay, remember just now there's an author. I said that he is famous for writing other genre. Okay, this is called genre. Genre is type of works. Okay, so a writer can write comedy, can write novel, right? Can write mystery, can write biography, okay, and science fiction. Yeah, so this author is famous for writing other fictional creation. Do you still remember which one? Go and find out. So this is the answer. Okay. So please read the whole thing and then fill up. Next, part 3. Find words in the article match the meaning 1 to 8. Okay, so I read for you first. Number 1, everyday, normal. Everyday, normal. So here it says, it's already given you the clue. You need to find in section A. So which word in section A means everyday and normal? Okay, so if we go back. All right, so this one, I need to make it bigger. Close this one first. Did I take, never mind, I come back with. Okay, here, there is the word commonplace. Can you find the word commonplace? There is your force. That's the word commonplace. This A. Yeah. So here, everyday normal is supposed to be commonplace. Where's the word commonplace? Can you find it? Ah, that's the one. Okay, can you find it? Yeah, so this word commonplace here is the same meaning as everyday. So what we do, pick, pick, okay, and go back here, here, you write down commonplace. Okay, is that clear? Yeah, so number 2, for example, a fan of, a fan of. Okay, so this one, fans. Okay, fans is the word fans. Okay, I am a fan of Harry Potter. So you are a fan of what? K-pop movies, maybe, right? Any particular uh, show on TV or in Netflix, whatever, right? So a fan of something. Yeah. So the word a fan of, there is one word in section B that has the same meaning as a fan of. Which one? Okay, so for example, we go back. Yeah. So here. This, this one. Okay, which one is a fan of? There's got special smell. Okay, so I tell you, this word, aficionado. Yeah, aficionado means a fan, a fan of something. If you are a science fiction aficionado, you are a fan of science fiction literary works. Okay, so this one, write down there. So that, go back, and it's here. All right. Yeah. So you try first. Think about those words that you have read just now. And then just guess. Yeah. Just guess first how much you can do. 5 minutes. And then we will go and see the text again. Okay. Can we do that? Okay. Hang on. You got some smell. Let me just inform them. Right, everyone, if you need to leave your devices for anything, please inform teacher. Yeah? Please inform Papa. Got some smell. Is it something burned or what? Something burned. Where is it? Okay, hang on, hang on.
Teacher, can I go toilet?
Sure. Thank you for informing me. Yeah, you need to tell me. Yeah. Sure, sure. Please go. Okay, let me turn on. Something's right. Study morning. Okay, I got that. So please do 5 minutes first. Let me check attendance and all that. Okay, right, everyone. We'll just check for part A first, yeah. Because we still have a lot to do. So part A here, you need to put a cross next to the item which is not mentioned, right? So which one is not mentioned? I already given you the answer in the meeting chat room. Please check. Okay, for part 1 here, you need to put an X on number 3, number 8, and number 10. Okay, why? Because they never mention laser surgery. Have they ever mentioned? No. 8. Have they ever mentioned electronic chipping? Electronic chipping? No. Okay, no, never mentioned. And 10, touch screen technology? No, never mentioned this, right? They mentioned weather control, microwave, robots, sliding door, internet, okay? Television, mobile phones, that's all mentioned, but this 3 is not mentioned, okay? Next, part 2. Yeah, part 2. I give you another about 5 minutes. Okay, so now what we do, you see the questions again. Okay, which science fiction work for this? And then you go back to the text. I'll let you see the text after this. Yeah, so the way to do this is you need to pay attention to what the question is about. Okay, so for example, number 1, which one had purpose other than pure entertainment? That means there's another usage of the works. Yeah. Okay, so this one is actually mentioned. It's mentioned in the section itself, A, B, C, or D. Okay, so you need to find out. This one is actually B. Yeah, so you need to find out what is it. 2, which science fiction present a concept familiar today but through different process. Okay, this is the one we mentioned, the robot itself. Yeah, so if it's a clone, the clone that we know today is not the same as the one mentioned there. All right, so this one is this should be A. Okay, like that. Okay, next, which science fiction written by author more famous for fictional creation, more famous for novel? Which one? Okay, if you still remember Mark Twain, right? Okay, next, which science fiction features machines that threaten to cause the downfall of man? So the machines is referring to the robot just now, right? So this one, which one? Next, which science fictions show us a device that would have enormous significance for us if it really existed? Enormous significance for us. Remember just now we talked about the transporter, right? So this will eliminate the need for roads, the need for transport devices, okay? Car, planes and all that. So this is that one, all right? Okay, so which one? Which section you write down? Next, which science fiction was created by a writer whose name will never be forgotten? Whose name will never be forgotten? Okay, this one is referring to someone whose name been used for a trophy or an award. Okay, so you will never forget his name because his name is used for something else. Yeah, okay, next. Which science fiction works was given a title might be better understood by people today than when it was written? So the title itself, you check the title itself. For people today is more understandable compared to people over there last time. Okay, next. This one, which one revolves around a character who uses a particular device to escape from the reality of a situation? A character, yeah, using a device and then can be somewhere else, escape. Do you still remember the prison one? Yeah, so this one is referring to that. Okay, so you write down. Next, which one revolves a character, delighted people over a period of many years? Which work makes a lot of fun, which make people entertain people for many years? There is one mentioned. And which one foresaw means predict, okay? Something that is controversial today. Controversial. Okay, so you see, I let you, controversial means bring up many discussion. Yeah, some people support, some people against. Okay, that's controversial. Yeah, let me just show you the text one more time. Okay, read it carefully. Okay, about 2 minutes. Yeah, so pay attention to this area. Right, concern people today. Okay, so these are the ones that's is called, hang on, it's called what? So, controversial. Yeah, so this is the controversy is over here. Concern people today. Right, and then this one, remember this person named Hugo James Back. Okay, so there's the word here. His name has been immortalized. What is immortalized? Mortal means you can die. Immortal means you cannot die, right? So immortalized means made into not die. Okay? So it means that the name is forever memorable. So that's the one, Hugo's. All right. Next. What else we have here? Okay, you see the title? People over there found this name is funny. Okay. This name. So, but people nowadays will be able to read it, isn't it? Yeah. My son straight away read this as words. Right. So yeah, 1, 2, 4, C, 4, all. Okay, 1 plus is all. Yeah, so this is the one. Okay. Next, we're talking about what? Yeah, so you see here, so it's highly regarded for the content, isn't it? Yeah. So it's like James Beck, interested in the world of electronics, believed that science fiction should inspire future scientists. Yeah, so this one, believe that should inspire future scientists, should be made into real scientific improvement. So this is another answer. Okay, so it is not pure entertainment. All right, so that's the one. Okay, next here, Mark Twain, that's the name. Yeah, familiar name for this. So Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer is actually a novel. All right, it's not science fiction. So this person is famous for that, while he actually also made some science fiction, which is called London Town of 1904. Right? Okay, next, this one also, you see this area, the person is in prison, but the person is using a machine to call up different places in the world. Yeah, so this person almost as free as the bird. So this one is actually a character using device escape from reality of situations. This is the one. All right. Anything else? Okay, that's D. What about D here? You can see this one delights people over a period of many years. You see here. So hang on. Such a device that have enormous significance if it's really existed is this one. Transporter, okay? Transporter here. Yeah. People can immediately materialize in different places, eliminating the use of car or plane. Right? Okay, next. This also referring to yeah, so delighted people in many years. Hang on. New TV series, science fiction in 1960. Watching and then thought that Captain Kirk holding a device that looks like a smartphone now, right? Not so similar to phone. The long running series. Okay, this is a long running series. Why is long running? Because people like it. Okay, so that's the one answer. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, so we will go back to this one. The answer would be in here. Please check the meeting chat. I have already write down the answers. Number 1 is B, 2A, 3C, and so on and so forth. Please check if your answer is correct. If you're not sure why the answer is that, please ask now. Okay, now we'll move on to part 3 here. Words in the article. So while you check, I will type up the answer here. Okay, so for part 3, I already write down the answer as well. Yeah, so you can refer back to the section later. Why the answer is that. Okay. Yeah, I give you a few minutes to copy the answer. Any questions, Xinyan? Felicia? Catherine, any questions? No, okay. Is it too fast? Is it confusing? Okay. Okay, if it's done, yeah, you're done. We'll move on to the next one. Xinyan, finish? Felicia, finish? Catherine, finish?
Oh,
Not yet. Please check your meeting room here, okay? The chat in meeting room. The answers are there. Please check, write down.
done, teacher.
Okay, good. Felicia done? Catherine done? Okay, yeah, so this one is recorded. So don't worry, you can always go back and read again, yeah, and watch it again one more time. Right, so we're going to next slide. Yeah, so here we have a listening, okay? This listening is sentence completion. You will hear a man called Duke Harris giving a presentation to students about getting a job in the music industry. Yeah. So sometimes people come to your school and they give talk, right? So this talk is about getting a job in the music industry. For questions one to yes.
I cannot see.
Oh, you can't see. Is that better? Better?
It's still at the same page.
Same page. Okay, let me see. Reshare. Okay, give me a minute. Reshare. Is it on now?
Yes,
Now you can see.
yes.
Okay, right. Okay, everyone. This is the one, yeah, listening. We're doing listening now, part one. Okay, so this you will hear a man called Duke Harris giving presentation to students about getting a job in the music industry. Questions 1 to 8, complete the sentences. So what you do, you're going to listen, okay? And then you're going to fill up this text, okay? Fill up. So you're going to be a musical success, okay? Is this the title? Then you listen and then fill up, fill up, fill up. Right? I give you 1 minute first to read. Read the text first. Okay? Yeah, so now I'm going to turn on the listening. You will listen twice. You will listen twice and fill up this area. Okay, ready?
Unit 10, Listening Activities 1 and 2.
Hi, I'm Doug Harris, and I'm going to give you advice on how to get your foot in the door of the music industry. And I have to tell you right now that it's not going to be easy, and there are no guarantees. I settled for being a producer, though, honestly, if I'd had the talent, I'd have loved to be a singer. But from the off, I can't emphasise enough how important it is to have something to fall back on if all else fails. So getting some kind of qualification is crucial, even if you have to work part-time to fund your course. That's what lots of people do to make ends meet. I started with a business management course at college because I thought it might be useful later, but changed to music technology so I could learn to read music, understand all aspects of audio equipment, and learn all the other jobs involved in music production. I was not expecting to study sounds and how they enhance each other, but that proved to be invaluable. I still had a rocky start in the industry, though. I was turned down for loads of jobs, which was pretty dispiriting. In the end, I really benefited from joining a production company on a 6-month internship. I wasn't paid, but it taught me the ropes. Once you have a working knowledge of the business, you can aim higher up the ladder. That's the best way to go, even if you're working for nothing. It's experience that counts. Irrespective of whether you're hoping to perform, produce, or DJ, it goes without saying you have to be good. Young people are often misled by biased support from friends and family who tell them they're amazing. So check whether you do actually have something special and are what I think of as outstanding. If you're only average, give up now and save yourself the angst. Even if you're really enthusiastic, you'll have to learn to keep everything in perspective. I mean, keeping a practical outlook on the future job, because you're going to get knocked back frequently. After all, the competition you're going to face will be incredibly fierce. Create a website and design an image that will set you apart from the crowd. So many rookies assume their music will have such appeal, it'll just sell itself. That's self-deception. We can all think of music we reckon deserves greater accolades, and conversely, music with seemingly inexplicable success. These successes and failures are entirely down to marketing, and that's really the bottom line. Many start with social networking. It's free, and it's not hard to bring people together who'll get into your music and help you spread the word. Getting your foot in the door of a company for an interview can often be the biggest stumbling block, so network for all you're worth. You never know what doors might open to you. So, if I haven't put you off, are there any questions?
If I haven't put you off. Okay, that comment is a bit funny. If I haven't put you off, okay? If someone put you off means makes you feel regret, feel disheartened, okay? You don't want to move on. If I haven't put you off, if you're still interested, if you're still interested to become have a music career, any questions? Very funny. Okay, one more time, everyone. One more time. Yeah. So Duke regrets not being able to become a famous. Remember. So the first part is about something else that he didn't do, right? At college, Duke surprised that learning about very beneficial for his career. So he's learning something at college. Duke recommends young hopefuls, okay, hope to become a music sensation or whatever, take a short with a production company to learn the basics. So this one is like a job or short work or something. Duke uses the word to describe the kind of person who will be successful. What is it that he called? Next, Duke warns students about the importance of having a sensible on their career. Duke thinks that having an unusual give people advantage. Unusual what? In Duke's opinion, holds the key to future success. What is it? According to Duke, getting any kind of is the hardest thing people starting out. Okay? Ready? One more time.
Unit 10, Listening Activities 1 and 2.
Hi, I'm Doug Harris, and I'm going to give you advice on how to get your foot in the door of the music industry. And I have to tell you right now that it's not going to be easy, and there are no guarantees. I settled for being a producer, though, honestly, if I'd had the talent, I'd have loved to be a singer. But from the off, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to have something to fall back on if all else fails. So getting some kind of qualification is crucial, even if you have to work part-time to fund your course. That's what lots of people do to make ends meet. I started with a business management course at college because I thought it might be useful later, but changed to music technology so I could learn to read music, understand all aspects of audio equipment, and learn all the other jobs involved in music production. I was not expecting to study sounds and how they enhance each other, but that proved to be invaluable. I still had a rocky start in the industry, though. I was turned down for loads of jobs, which was pretty dispiriting. In the end, I really benefited from joining a production company on a 6-month internship. I wasn't paid, but it taught me the ropes. Once you have a working knowledge of the business, you can aim higher up the ladder. That's the best way to go, even if you're working for nothing. It's experience that counts. Irrespective of whether you're hoping to perform, produce, or DJ, it goes without saying you have to be good. Young people are often misled by biased support from friends and family who tell them they're amazing. So check whether you do actually have something special and are what I think of as outstanding. If you're only average, give up now and save yourself the angst. Even if you're really enthusiastic, you'll have to learn to keep everything in perspective. I mean, keeping a practical outlook on the future job, because you're going to get knocked back frequently. After all, the competition you're going to face will be incredibly fierce. Create a website and design an image that will set you apart from the crowd. So many rookies assume their music will have such appeal, it'll just sell itself. That's self-deception. We can all think of music we reckon deserves greater accolades, and conversely, music with seemingly inexplicable success. These successes and failures are entirely down to marketing, and that's really the bottom line. Many start with social networking. It's free, and it's not hard to bring people together who'll get into your music and help you spread the word. Getting your foot in the door of a company for an interview can often be the biggest stumbling block, so network for all you're worth. You never know what doors might open to you. So, if I haven't put you off, are there any questions?
Yes, not easy, not easy. Okay, so let me just give you the answer. Yeah. Yes, correct. Number one is singer. Yeah. Okay, so part one. Number one is singer. Okay, number two is sound. Actually, he mentioned lots of stuff, but he said that the one that really gives him the lift, is learning about sounds. Yeah, so different kind of sounds. Hang on, I should. Okay, number three is internship. Okay, internship in the production company. Okay, get your experience, right? Even though you're not paid. Okay, number four, it's outstanding. Okay, the word must be outstanding. So he said, if you're just mediocre, just so-so, just forget about it. Everybody is so-so. You want something outstanding. Okay, five, this is outlook. Yeah, sensible outlook. So that means that you already know you have something, but it's fierce competition. So you must have something to fall back on. So that's what it says. Part B, okay? Plan B. Right, next. Okay, number 6 is image. Okay, this is where he actually talks about building your website, building image. So this one, building something that shows and sell to the production company that's going to take you. Okay, number 7. In Doc's opinion, marketing. Yeah, it's holds the key for future success. So you must have marketing skill, or else you recruit people, yeah, or you network, okay? You work with someone else, and those people have a group of other people who can actually sell your image marketing. Okay, next is the interview. All right. So getting any kind of interview is the hardest thing for people starting out. So for those starting in the musical industry, right? You want to have an audition. Yeah. So this is the interview. Okay. Right. So now, actually, you are supposed to do again another matching phrase, yeah, from the recording 1 to 8 with the meaning. So let me play, yeah, let me play it one more time while you listen, and then you match. Okay? Listen again and match. Okay, for part 2. Are you ready? Yeah, and he has a special um dialect. Okay, dialect. So he's from somewhere, I'm not sure, maybe Scottish or something. Sounds different. Right? So after you finish copying this down, now is part 2. Let's listen one more time and then you match. Okay, ready? 1,
Unit
2.
10, Listening Activities 1 and 2.
Hi, I'm Doug Harris, and I'm going to give you advice on how to get your foot in the door of the music industry. And I have to tell you right now that it's not going to be easy, and there are no guarantees. I settled for being a producer, though, honestly, if I'd had the talent, I'd have loved to be a singer. But from the off, I can't emphasise enough how important it is to have something to fall back on if all else fails. So getting some kind of qualification is crucial, even if you have to work part-time to fund your course. That's what lots of people do to make ends meet. I started with a business management course at college because I thought it might be useful later, but changed to music technology so I could learn to read music, understand all aspects of audio equipment, and learn all the other jobs involved in music production. I was not expecting to study sounds and how they enhance each other, but that proved to be invaluable. I still had a rocky start in the industry, though. I was turned down for loads of jobs, which was pretty dispiriting. In the end, I really benefited from joining a production company on a 6-month internship. I wasn't paid, but it taught me the ropes. Once you have a working knowledge of the business, you can aim higher up the ladder. That's the best way to go, even if you're working for nothing. It's experience that counts. Irrespective of whether you're hoping to perform, produce, or DJ, it goes without saying you have to be good. Young people are often misled by biased support from friends and family who tell them they're amazing. So check whether you do actually have something special and are what I think of as outstanding. If you're only average, give up now and save yourself the angst. Even if you're really enthusiastic, you'll have to learn to keep everything in perspective. I mean, keeping a practical outlook on the future job, because you're going to get knocked back frequently. After all, the competition you're going to face will be incredibly fierce. Create a website and design an image that will set you apart from the crowd. So many rookies assume their music will have such appeal, it'll just sell itself. That's self-deception. We can all think of music we reckon deserves greater accolades, and conversely, music with seemingly inexplicable success. These successes and failures are entirely down to marketing, and that's really the bottom line. Many start with social networking. It's free, and it's not hard to bring people together who'll get into your music and help you spread the word. Getting your foot in the door of a company for an interview can often be the biggest stumbling block, so network for all you're worth. You never know what doors might open to you. So, if I haven't put you off, are there any questions?
Okay. After 3 times listening, huh? Okay, so this is the one. Let me just put this away. Like, can you see it now? Yeah? So fall back on something. Fall back on something. The meaning would be D. Okay? So this one is have an alternative. From the off, from the off. Okay, so this one is F. Okay, this one is from the start. 3, make ends meet. Make ends meet, that's when he talks about getting part-time job to fund your college certificate. All right, so this one is A, manage the budget. For a rocky start, yeah, rocky start is E, difficult beginning. Yeah, E, right? Okay, 5, it taught me the ropes. Yeah, so this one is
I
B.
learned
Yes, I learned the basics. Very good. 6, save yourselves the angst. This one is G. Okay, avoid unhappiness. Yeah, this is talking about those people that think themselves as good, but actually not really good. Okay, 7, set you apart from the crowd.
that you stand out.
Yes, make you stand out. Correct. So this easy. The biggest stumbling block.
The most
Difficult thing. Yes. Yeah, so that's easy. Okay, let me just go back. Just type out. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Hang on, give me a minute. I just type. Okay, if I made any mistakes, please let me know. Okay, I should put the comma there. Yeah, so read carefully. Yeah, this one I put 1 comma wrongly. 3A, 4E, 5. Come again?
You put 2, 6.
Oh, okay. Well, that can be understandable. Right, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Right, so once you finish, continue to grammar, conjunction here. Complete the sentences with the conjunctions in the box. There are 2 conjunctions you do not need to use. Okay, so over here, as for, as form, as it is, as yet. So this one you try first. Okay, you try. And then I will give you the answer. Right? Part 2, join the pairs of sentences using the conjunction in bracket. So they already give you one example. Okay, that's quite small. Yeah? So I will come next week. I will not come unless. Sorry, I will not come unless Sally comes too. Right? So here there's a word provided. So we need to link these two, use the word provided. So I will not come next week, provided that, okay, provided using collocation that, provided that Sally comes too. Okay, so here, you try number 1. They are looking for a place to live. They haven't found it as yet. Yeah, so this one will be, they are looking for a place to live, but as yet, they haven't found it. Okay, again, you need to try first. You need to try, then I give you the answer. Okay, so 1 and 2, 5 minutes. Please start now. Not here. Still have two more to go. Keep doing, keep doing. I'm going to type for you the answers in a minute. Okay, let's check the answers now. Grammar, part 1. Okay, so number 1 is as yet. Number 2, whereas. Number 3, nor. Okay, yeah. Number 4, as. Number 5, as from. Number 6, as it is. Okay. Now, unfortunately, as yet, they haven't managed to work out a strategy for the future. As yet, as of now. Sally hasn't decided what to do, whereas I've already chosen my course for next year. So these two different contrasts. I wasn't happy, but nor was I particularly sad either. Nor was. As time for voting runs out, people are starting to wonder what the result of election will be. 5. The new road restrictions comes into force as from next Monday until further notice. From where, right? From when? 6. The suggestions as it is seems rather off the wall, but on reflection, it could be tweaked to be useful. Okay, next. Grammar part 2. They are looking for a place to live, but as yet they haven't found it. Okay, number 2, telling people to recycle everything doesn't work, and nor does making laws. Okay, number 3, people in the city use public transport, whereas people in the countryside don't. Okay, 4, looking after the environment has a positive effect on the future, as does saving energy. 5, as the local council can't solve the parking problem, no S, local people will have to do it, 6, as long as public transport is so unreliable, no one will agree to stop using their cars. Okay? I'll give you 1 minute to check your answer. Please check your answers. Okay, so these ones are in the chat room. Please check your chat room. Okay, so now once this one is done, let's see how many more minutes we have. Oh, you see, every time the time is running up, yeah, so 3 is enough for one session because this is advanced, yeah, so you need to pay more attention. Okay, 1 more minute, come. Once you finish, please let me know. Just shout, done, all right?
Teacher, done.
Done, okay. Catherine, Felicia, done? Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay, so you just refer to this one. Let me just show you the other slides first. This one, yeah, we're actually supposed to do this one. There are 2 more to go. Right. So as you can see here, there's a speaking part. Yeah. So what I do, we will talk about it for a while, and then this one will become your homework. You try. Okay. Look at the exam task, predict what kind of information missing. And then if we have time, just for a while, we can listen to this radio report on behavioral psychologists. So you can complete this by listening to this. Okay. So, but let's just see this part first. How have attitudes to behavior such as recycling and smoking changed in the last decade? Okay, attitudes here means that not only what people think, but do people actually follow recycling and smoking? What do you think? Yeah? Do people follow recycling and smoking? Okay. Xin what do you think? In the last decade, in the last 10 years. Do you think any difference? Your parents probably do more recycling? No?
Yeah,
Yes. Can you give example?
like I cannot clothes that I cannot wear already. They put it at the recycle bin.
Okay, so for example, like papers and books and
And then like we
cartoons.
put it inside a box, like
The box.
and then we just like
Bring it to the recycle center.
and then
sell.
they will just put it there.
Yeah, okay. So there is a drive, there's a feeling you want to do, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So that is very good. That is change in attitude. Yeah. So maybe 10 years ago, people don't think it's important. But nowadays, people have an idea, have awareness. Yeah. So what about, again, question 2 now. What do you think is the most successful way to change people's behavior? Okay, think of example. So it's financial reward. So financial reward is actually what is happening now.
Maybe
If you you can actually sell it. Yeah. It is a financial reward, isn't it? You collect plastic and paper, and then you bring it to the center, and they actually give you money, right? No? You can sell it. It's financial reward. There's also another one. If I'm not mistaken, it's from Coca-Cola. So some company also actually collecting back their own stuff, and then they reward you with something, some points or something, or to reduce the next purchase of the bottle. Okay, what about peer pressure? So peer pressure is like this. If your school, yeah, or your community actually had come up with this drive, yeah, they know, they learn, and then they ask everybody to do it, and then they actually monitoring each other. Then when you when someone not doing, and then they will point out, oh, you didn't do, or you must do. Okay, so this is peer pressure, right? Maybe at school. Maybe at school, right? The teacher assigns some students to monitor the rest. Make sure your peer throw rubbish in the rubbish bin, right? Hey, don't forget. So that's the one. Next, government regulation. So government regulation is like this: is, for example, in Singapore, if you throw rubbish on the street, litter, they will fine you. Okay, there will be camera capture, and then when you go out, if let's say you're a foreigner, they will check, you're the one who you need to pay, right? And then the police patrolling, they actually catch you on the spot. That's regulation, but it doesn't really work here, right? Only for parking, right? Setting an example. Setting example is usually work well when is children when they are still young. Okay, you teach them in kindergarten, you teach them in nursery. Okay, they learn it by touching and copying. So they follow how to make, how to recycle, how to reduce. Right. Okay. So now, as I told you, to make it fast, please read this one for a while. Okay, a nudge in the right direction to try to predict the kind of information missing. Okay, so this one is how people actually try to influence this idea to make people change their behavior. Okay? Yeah. So it says Marcus say it should be easy to persuade people to Marcus thinks we're less likely to change behavior if there will only be okay. The Copenhagen study found that putting in the ground encouraged people to throw sweet wrappers in the litter bins. Very successful. Maybe it's working there, may not be working here, right? Anyway, Marcus supports the idea of using creative ways to encourage good behavior rather than giving people for littering. So this one is positive and this one is negative. Some government using the idea of nudging, instead of to change people's behavior. Nudge is from the word nudging is from the word nudge, means that you actually touch or push it slightly, slight push to others. So it's a push, but it's not that hard. Okay. Marcus disagree with environmentalists, claim real change in attitude to and buying cars can be achieved by nudging. Okay, let's listen now because we don't really have much time. Listen and fill up. Okay, ready?
Unit 10. Listening Focus. Activity 3.
My name's Marcus King, and I've been working for environmental action for several years, studying ways we can encourage people to change their behaviour. A lot of things we all do which cause serious harm to the environment are just a habit which we can train ourselves to change. We don't think twice about turning up the thermostat or driving to work instead of taking the train, relatively small changes that could make a big difference. You'd think that because it wouldn't take much to change and would also bring significant benefits, it wouldn't be difficult to persuade people to do certain things. Switching the lights off when you leave the room means lower bills and more money in your pocket, as does driving a fuel-efficient car. People don't always realise that reusing plastic bags means cleaner beaches. If they did, it might be a stronger motivation for them. But perversely, people are resistant to change, partly out of laziness, because change requires effort. It's also partly because we'll only take action if we can see a measurable benefit. For us to change our ways, we need to see the effects of our negative behaviour now and not at some distant point in the future. This is because we tend not to worry so much about things that will affect us in the long term. Changing people's attitudes is a real challenge. One university study in Copenhagen looked at attitudes to littering and found that while the majority of people claimed to dislike litter, there was still a lot of litter about. This is a classic example of a gap in attitude between what people say they believe and what they actually do. So, to see if littering could be reduced, the researchers handed out 1,000 caramel sweets to passing pedestrians. The nearby streets and litter bins were then searched for the sweet wrappers, and they were counted. What the researchers did next shows that making the right choice easy for people can have a big impact. So they handed the sweets out again, but this time made it easier for people to find the litter bins by stenciling green footsteps on the ground. Amazingly, this led to a 46% decrease in the total quantity of sweet wrappers found littering the streets. This also shows that fun and imaginative solutions are usually better than the usual signs nagging people about what they should do. It also proves that people only need a gentle visual reminder not to litter, no need for fines. These ideas have been enthusiastically taken up by some governments eager to cut energy consumption and to reach emissions targets. Known as nudging, the aim is to create an environment that nudges people to change their behaviour in a subtle way, without the need for regulation. Some of these nudges have made a real difference. For example, charging drivers to bring their cars into city centres has reduced the amount of traffic congestion. But some environmentalists argue that the congestion charge hasn't led to a reduction in car ownership, nor does increased recycling at work necessarily lead to a changed behaviour at home. They say they're disappointed and frustrated with the impact nudging has had, though I would say it's encouraging. While I agree that nudging isn't the solution to all our problems, it's certainly a move in the right direction.
Okay, you just need to get the answers first, yeah? So this is considered as part 3, okay? So let me just write down and then we are done, huh? So hang on, number 1 is habit. Number 2, lights off or the lights off or just off. Okay, off the lights, also correct. Off the lights. Okay, sorry, long term. And then 4, gap. 5 is green footsteps. And then 6, fines. 7, regulation. And 8 is recycling. Okay, yeah, so just put in this answer here, right? I'm really sorry we have to stop now because the other class is coming. So we are going to continue this next week. Right, everyone? Sinyin, Felicia, Catherine, any questions? Any questions? Just write down this one, yeah? Thank you very much for today. I'll see you again next week, okay? Thank you. Say thank you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.